What you doing, bro?
Welcome, everyone, to the L7C Podcast College Football Edition. Today, we are back to review week one of the 2025-26 college football season. We have the Content Tuesday crew with us. We got the Captain Byron Mitchell, we got the EVP Justin Ackendell, and we got the anime expert, Mr. Cedric Ware. How's everyone doing this evening?
Hey, doing great, man. It's a great first week of college football.
Yeah, we're in the middle of it. Well, the beginning of it, but yeah, it just started all last week. There was certainly some shit to talk about. It did not disappoint, that's for sure.
Well, for anyone who's listened to our CB pods, you know how it goes after a Buckeye game. The captain gives you a rundown, and then we give our thoughts. Byron, take it away.
Ohio State had their game against Texas. We beat them 14-7. Julian Sand in his first start was 13 for 20, 426 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions. We had two running backs that we primarily used were James People and CJ Donaldson. Peoples went 10 carries for 20 yards. Donaldson had 19 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. Top receivers were Carnell Tate with two catches for 49 yards and one beautiful touchdown catch. And then Jeremiah Smith, 6 for 43 yards, no touchdowns. Our defense did have 1 sack and 1 interception. We held Texas to 1-5 on fourth downs, with 2 of those stops being inside our 10-yard line. I did like what Matt Patricia was doing as his first outing as defensive coordinator. On offense, we definitely had those first game jitters and weren't moving the ball well at times, but I look forward to seeing how we improve on offense going into the season.
Thank you, Byron. Thank you, Byron. Cedric, what are your thoughts on the game? What were some of the things that you saw, what you liked, you didn't like?
I thought for our first game, defense played very well. I mean, I kind of wrapped up there at the end with kind of what we expect a lot of teams to be going through this first week of college football. The offenses to seem a little bit, not necessarily stale, but still trying to figure it out and test the waters there to see kind of what the consistency looks like. I was happy to see that our passing game is doing well. I would like to see a little bit more of our run game. I know Donaldson had a good first game. Naturally, a lot of the questions we had in the initial podcast was we didn't really know what that Ohio State backfield was going to be like and who was going to be the leading rusher. So I like that they kept feeding him the rock. He kept running hard. Texas's defense isn't no slouch, so I think that the way that we performed versus them, even with week one, left me a little bit optimistic to see kind of what happens with the offense and how it develops throughout the season.
Yeah, so I want your guys' opinion on it. Obviously, Texas lost the game 14-7, but I also feel like, they lost, but Ohio State won in the fact that Byron talked about. There was a lot of goal line stands from the Buckeyes. Like, if one of those two go a different way, that game could go completely different. Justin, the play that me and you were talking about on the last drive, Arch had the dude open on the third down in the middle. If he would have went there, we could have been in overtime, and who knows what would have happened. But you said, it was first game in the shoe, rattled. If that play happens 12 weeks from now, I'm pretty sure he finds the right read, but he had a guy.
He'll definitely probably be able to make and see that read later in the season as opposed to first game of the season. Ohio State, I was watching some of the film that ESPN was showing, like Darren Rossi was like showing out, like Caleb Downs was like moving around, and they were like not showing him what the coverage was going to be at snap. So yeah, he was definitely confused, but with time, with experience, with reps, with playing in the SEC, because they do have some tough games coming up, we're definitely going to figure out if it will get better or not. But I think it will. I think he'll definitely catch on to the reason things that he needs to be making.
Byron, thoughts on Arch and the defense confusing him and his development down the road? Because ESPN really posted a tweet of every one of his passes.
crazy. I didn't see that. I think he'll definitely get better down the road. There were some passes he should have made that he didn't, and some catches that receivers should have caught but didn't. So I think as the season progresses, they'll start to gel as an offensive unit and put up more points in 7 against not tough defenses. But shout out to our defense.
Yeah, I personally think because we had no turnovers this game.
No,
too,
we had 0
so
turnovers on offense.
obviously, that was the big thing. Cedric, anything else that you wanted to add about this game?
I think everyone kind of covered it all.
Fair enough. So Byron, who is Ohio State playing next?
Grambling State at 3:30.
What do you want to see out of the Grambling State game?
I know it's Grambling State, but just don't take them lightly. Go out there, take care of business, work on the things you need to work on, like your passing game, or run game, and just walk away with the dub.
Cedric, what do you want to see in this game?
Honestly, similar to what Byron said, I want to see some consistency. Just let's keep that momentum going on the offensive. I want to see Julian saying this is kind of the game to test the waters a little bit more, get more accustomed into the offense, get more comfortable throwing the ball. I mean, our recruits are better than their recruits, so our players should be better than their players. So this is the time just to execute the plan, execute the offense, and kind of see what. This is honestly a big step for Brian Hartline too, because I mean Texas big opponent, but I like to see the playbook a little bit more come unfolded, so we kind of get a bigger picture here.
Justin,
just put on some points. Just put on some points. Have some fun. It's Grambling State. It's gonna be an easy one.
Yeah, I think my only goal is I want to see St. Clair by the third quarter.
Third string quarterback.
Yep, by the third quarter.
All right.
Yeah, you won't burn up any red shirts if he's playing in this game.
Yeah,
you got some time. Yeah,
by the third quarter. Because if we got
third quarter,
third quarter.
What, drop like 40 in the first half?
Yep, and
shit?
call it a day. If the starters still have to play by the third quarter, especially late in the third, I want it over by halftime.
I mean, honestly, that's probably what they're trying to do. Like the Stars, they try to play that game. Let's be honest. They're trying to most likely get off the field by halftime if they can help it.
Yeah, because it's not the old days like we talked about last year for the first time. If we want to achieve what they want to achieve again, we don't got time. We got to save them bodies up.
That's for the tougher games at the end of the season.
Yeah, we're playing greedy. Get some rest when you can during the season.
Yeah, let's see these young bucks. And as we were talking about it for the Texas game, for these next couple of days, if we want a certain wide receiver to get the recognition he deserves at the end of the year, we need some stat padding.
Yeah. We need Jeremiah Smith to go off. We need like 125 plus yard games.
And let's be honest, these are the type of games where you can pad those stats. That's where you can get a big chunk of your production.
Yeah. So that's just what that. But we opened up, it was 14-7. None of us thought it would be that low scoring, a defensive battle, but Ohio State came out on top. They're 1-0 in their title defense. If you just want to look at the heater that Ryan Day has been on, if you look at the past teams he's beaten, Tennessee, Oregon, and then obviously Texas, then Notre Dame, then Texas again. He's beaten 5 top 5 teams like in a row.
Yeah, good college resume for him. So this Grambling State, it's like a good tune-up game. It's not against those top 5 opponents, so we should walk away with an easy dub, like Justin said.
I mean, that's what a playoff run would get you. That'll get you some top 5 wins.
Mm-hmm. That's
what one run would do it for you.
That's true. That is true. Let's talk about some of the other games of the weekend, and we'll do them in chronological order, but we'll go back a little bit. One did not expect USF to beat the dog shit out of Boise State.
No, I had money on Boise State. That failed.
It wasn't one of the Thursday games I was locked into, but yeah, Boise State losing, that is a little surprising. I did not expect us to have to worry about South Florida. Let me stop trying to
I know. I keep saying UCF too.
South goddamn Florida, potentially being a group of 5 team to look out for.
I mean, if you talk about some of the other stuff too, I mean, Colorado, Georgia Tech, that was a game too where, again, Georgia Tech won. Justin put us onto that one, but clock management with Colorado don't know what the hell they were doing at that end. They had 2 timeouts.
I don't know how you have 2 timeouts and not use them. Like, you can't take them if you lose a game.
Yeah, and Georgia Tech spotting them with 3 turnovers at the beginning of the game did not help. I'm telling you, if they would have not turned the ball over, Colorado would have got their asses beat. They would have lost by a couple scores, if we're being honest, if those turnovers didn't happen. But you could tell, like, Georgia Tech's offensive line, just the way they play football, that Colorado's just not used to handling like that type of game plan. They just don't have the type of bias to defend something like that.
Yeah. And then we go to Saturday at 2:30. I tried to tell y'all, man. I said it was going to be close, the Florida State game.
Yeah, you were on to something.
And I bet them to win that day. I woke up, I was like, no, they're going to win. Like, because I was re-listened to stuff, and I was listening to myself, and I was like, there's going to be an upset somewhere. And I was just like, I'm just not feeling Bama. I just wasn't. And that was my biggest win of the weekend. I was just like, bro, I tried. That 14 was too much.
I mean, just like the way like Florida State's season went last year, like
True.
You just don't expect them to just come out the gates to get a win like that. But fuck, Alabama definitely made it easy for them. Like, they weren't doing shit.
No.
Like, Alabama was, they're, and this is crazy to say about Alabama team. I guess because it ain't. I mean, it is because it's not Nick Saban coaching them. They're doing teams that bad teams do, like penalties and fucking just not playing good defense and just not doing the like intangible things that winning teams do that you never have to worry about when it was the Nick Saban coach team.
Didn't control the line of scrimmage, no. Byron, Cedric, your thoughts on Florida State really giving to Alabama?
I was not expecting it because I was not high on Florida State bouncing back like after the terrible season they had last year. But hey, shout out to them winning 31-17 against Bama. Kellen, I think I read a stat like Kellen DeBoer is like 4-4 against unranked team or something like that. It's like a wild stat. Like,
he already has
Nick Saban
four unranked losses already, and Nick only had 4 his whole Alabama stint.
Yeah, that's wild. Like, DeBoer, you got to get it together, man. You can't lose to unranked teams like that.
Cedric?
Yeah, man, this was a definitely truly disappointing performance by Alabama. But shout out Castellanos, man, that quarterback from Florida State, man, he balled out. Like 152 yards in the air, 78 on the ground, rushing touchdown. Like, hey, they didn't come out swinging. They really gave it to him.
Yeah, now they're back from unranked to ranked on the map. We'll see how they'll go. And Justin, this I just wanted to bring this up too. This was the first time Florida State got to see Bama after they got wrongfully not put in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Yeah, I guess they remembered that.
Oh yeah. You knew that. That was my other thing. I was like, oh, they hate this team. Like, they don't, just because of that one thing. And like you said, it wasn't Nick, bro. I would never see a Nick Saban team get bullied on the interior like that in a big, like, in that type of matchup. But they got to get it together. Like Justice said on the previous podcast, you can lose a game or two now and still reach the ultimate goal, but you just leave yourself you can't leave yourself less room for error. So
yeah, you can't be bullshitting too much, Al.
No.
You can't let it get out of hand.
No. But the thing on them, a team that lost to Northern Illinois was the national championship runner-up last year.
That's true. Notre Dame.
I definitely forgot about that until I heard it broadcast last week watching football. Yeah, that's wild.
We'll see.
Forgot about that for sure.
Night game of the Saturday night. LSU, another low scoring one. Me and Justin were talking about it over and under for almost the whole day Saturday. The 5 billion 50, 56, 55,
It was
56.
I got it at 57. That was like the only total that like stuck out to me. I was like, whoa. That's great. Just because there's two good quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on the defenses now. And LSU's defense came to play. Like, because Clemson really ain't do shit offensively. They ain't do nothing.
I slept on LSU's defense. Just see, I was a prisoner of last year too, because I didn't expect their defense to be as good as they did. Apparently, Byron knew something because Byron did well with the Tigers. I just didn't think they would beat Clemson.
I just had a feeling, man. Just don't count on LSU, man. Jared Nussmeier, 132 yards, a touchdown. It's a big defensive game. Kate Klubnik, who I picked to win the Heisman, 230 yards, 1 interception. So we'll see what they do. What Clemson does for the rest of the season. Like we said, you can lose one game in the beginning of the season, still make the playoffs.
Yeah, if LSU has a defense, they'll be very dangerous.
I changed my mind before the game. I bet on LSU 4.5. It got to 5. It got to 5. I was like, all right, we disrespecting LSU. I know Brian Kelly don't win the first game. Actually, LSU in general, because it's not just Brian Kelly who wasn't winning season openers. But goddamn, 5 points. I know Clemson's at home, but hey. Yeah, I ended up changing my mind once game time rolled around. Well,
you could tell Brian Kelly and LSU used to win that first game because as soon as he was talking, he's like, we dominated them that second half. Tell Devil to watch the tape.
They did. They was scored 14 unanswered in the second half.
He can talk his shit. They won.
They
won that game. They came up in there and won that bitch. Like, he can talk his shit.
And then Cedric was the one who brought up to people on Saturday, LSU with a 6'7" tight end.
Wow, it's huge.
And they were trying to get that boy the ball. They were flinging that thing up.
Yeah, I mean, that poor, I think it was like a 6'1" corner. It's like, I mean, I'm back here. I got nothing for him. I can't get up. I can't do anything about that. Like,
no, it was good. I mean, LSU, they jumped up obviously in the new rankings of the number 3 team now in the country. Then the Sunday night game, because it was Labor Day weekend, so we had some more games. Miami, 27. Notre Dame, 24. Another Byron went with Carson Beck. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I hate is Miami back? Do we have to actually pay attention to Miami now?
Maybe. But hey, they did what they wanted to do in the first game. Came out, won against Notre Dame. Carson Beck, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. Their run game had 127 yards and a touchdown, so they were moving the ball well against Notre Dame. Notre Dame still trying to fight back. In that fourth quarter, they scored 17 points to Miami 6. But that defense for Miami held.
Miami looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good. I was not expecting that. Miami was controlling them at the line of scrimmage. I mean, Ruben Bain went the fuck off.
That man's a dog.
Yeah, yeah. He was going crazy. Getting that interception definitely swung some momentum their way. I don't understand why Notre Dame wasn't getting the ball to Jeremiah Love. Just like I would have been personally spamming that shit, because that's your best player. At least go out force feeding him the ball. But Miami looked good. Carson Beck looked unbelievable. Those wide receivers at Miami all look good. This might be a team we have to worry about.
Cedric?
Like, Clemson should be Clemson might need to be worried about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I agree with Justin. Seeing them play like that defense of 7, like you got Ruben Bain, Justin Scott, who got a forced fumble. You got Bizanti, the linebacker, who came in on a fumble. Like, they swarmed the ball, and they're quick. So you don't get a lot of time back there. So if you can't make your reads, you can't make your check down, you can't move the ball. I'll play this way. Like, at least from Clemson versus LSU, that seemed to be a problem with LSU, like just hawking down the ball on them. think that's a similar type of thing that they'll have to face if they play Miami.
For you, man. Person back talking about the people who doubted him. Oh man, Monday.
Us.
Yeah,
Us. You specifically. You were really down on him.
Well, nah, because after last, nah.
Yeah, nah, you were down on him. Like he's talking about specifically motherfuckers like you.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the way goes. Man was crying. I was like, all right, let's take it easy. When they lose to like SMU later down the road, they probably won't. They're actually probably going to be good.
They look like. Don't get me wrong. Notre Dame was coming back though. Notre Dame was coming back. Like I wouldn't take too much from the Notre Dame side. Like we said, these niggas lost to Northern Illinois last year and still made to the championship game. So Notre Dame knows how to bounce back, and their new quarterback that they have playing now is definitely going to get better. He was a freshman, wasn't
he? Yeah, Lloyd Carr's grandson.
Yeah, CJ Carr.
Mm-hmm. So, and also too, man, if they didn't have the triple tip pass interception, whatever thing when they were getting, I was like, hey, team different. But
that was a good play by Miami.
And then obviously the catch of the year already. I don't know how that wasn't a pick. I was like that.
Yeah.
I was like, if that was a video game, that was a pick, bro. No way.
Oh, for sure.
Like that man really. Oh my gosh.
That one-handed reach back. Oh my gosh.
That's great. And then Labor Day weekend, it ends with Bill Belichick's debut. Just last night at our time of recording, place was rocking. Celebrities galore, North Carolina legends, and as Justin said, script plays down the first drive. North Carolina scores. I'm just like, okay, and that was their only highlight of the game. They got destroyed, bad, very bad. Any thoughts on the dismantling of North Carolina? And again, it's the first game, but it sucks when you're the last. It's the Monday Night Football effect. It sucks when you're the last game.
Yeah, they did not look good offensively or defensively. Like Gio Lopez, their star quarterback, went 4 for 10, 69 yards. Interception, I think, was a pick 6. And then, like, after that, Bill Belichick said, yeah, you good. And then put in Max Johnson, who did drive the ball down for the second touchdown of the game. Was not expecting it. I took North Carolina plus 6.5. That was over by the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah, I won't be betting on North Carolina anytime soon, but it's the first damn game. It's just like you get all that attention because Bill Belichick's your coach. Mm-hmm. Even getting that game on Monday night for the whole world to watch. Mm-hmm. Got every UNC alumni there. Like every famous UNC grad ever is at that damn game, and then just for that shit to happen, that's a tough way to go. That is a tough way to go. But if they can put drives together more like that, that first drive and just keep improving on the season and, get the college recruiting thing down because they did have like 70 transfers, turned over everyone. So these motherfuckers don't know what they're doing right now. So give them some time and see if they can, get on track with how colleges ran. It's a whole bunch of NFL people, Bill Belichick never being a college coach. So we'll see what they can do with. Don't be reminded that North Carolina still let James Madison last year drop 52 on them at home. So it ain't like he came to a program like rich with talent with good recruiting and players that he can work with. So let's not be too mean to Bill Belichick, but that was bad on that. We can't lie.
Cedric?
Oh man. That I think sums it up probably the best. I won't be mean to Bill Belichick.
Fair enough. I love it. All right, we are in week 2 now. Some of the biggest game, the Saturday night game, is 2 teams trying to really show that this year is going to be different from their last year. Michigan and Oklahoma. So this will be for a lot of people get to see Bryce on the national stage for the first time, and Oklahoma, we talked about last podcast. They were very disappointing last year. Justin, who do you like in this one?
I think I want to go with the game. The game's at Oklahoma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Oklahoma. Bryce Underwood did look good. He did look good. I could not lie about that. That ball was coming off his hands beautifully. Like passes were crisp. This motherfucker even had a block that sprung their running back Justice Haynes to get the end zone. He had an unbelievable game against New Mexico. But New Mexico was able to move the ball on them at points. They had a nice little trick play that caught them off guard. They had to do that type of shit, but don't be twisted. Michigan definitely did dominate that game, but I think Oklahoma is going to have something for the true freshman quarterback. Brent Venables is a defensive head coach, so I don't think that Michigan's going to go on the road and be able to have that same type of success as playing a New Mexico team at home. So I think I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Cedric?
I mean, I pick Oklahoma as one of my teams to make it to the playoff. I don't think they can being in the SEC. They need as much out of conference ranked wins as they can get because they're probably going to take at least another loss. They're going to take at least one loss for sure in the SEC. So they need to win this game. So I'm going with the Sooners.
Byron?
I'm going with the Sooners too. I was just looking at their quarterback stats. I gotta pull them up again. What he did against John Mateer.
This is gonna be a Norman too, man.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
That crowd's gonna be
5.5.
Yeah, so he went 30 for 37, 392 yards and 3 touchdowns against. Again, it was Illinois State, but he put up some numbers. So I'm gonna give Oklahoma the quarterback edge in Oklahoma.
Dang, Oklahoma's a 5.5 point favorite.
I mean, they're at home against a true freshman quarterback.
I
don't think it's necessarily disrespectful.
Over under 46.5.
Sounds like a recipe for Michigan. No, you said 40?
46.
Oh, 46. Total sounds so. I thought it was something like that. I was going to say bet Michigan, but Oklahoma probably bet Michigan if the total was super low. Because they would probably cover that. It's low.
Yeah, I like Oklahoma just because they're at home. I think if they were at Michigan, I would have picked Michigan. But if Michigan wins and Bryce balls out, this could be a huge coming out party for him. And then
that would be a big game. This is the only ranked matchup this week too. This is a game that this is the only game that really matters this week.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I mean, for some teams, for playoff hopefuls like Illinois and Duke, they that's an important game for both.
I'm talking about just national spotlight.
Oh yeah, national spotlight.
Like 2 ranked teams, 2 names, big programs. This is the only what you gonna call it? College football playoff implications. It could be a eliminator for all you know, because like Cedric said, Oklahoma ain't gonna go unscathed in the SEC.
And neither is Michigan in the Big Ten.
And probably not Michigan too, even though their schedule's probably easier than Oklahoma's.
Do you yeah, so I agree with that. And then I mean Kansas and I do like Kansas, the black QBs. Kansas and Missouri. Byron, who you got in that?
I'm gonna go Missouri.
Yeah, I gotta go Missouri too. I have them in my playoff because they're scheduled. This is one of their questionable ones. Cedric, Justin.
That game's in Kansas City, right? That's a neutral site, isn't it?
I just lost that one moment. I literally was just looking at it because I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be."
It's at Missouri. It's in Memorial Stadium.
3:30.
Oh, it's in Columbia.
Mm-hmm. Missouri 6.5 point favorite.
6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll roll. Mizzou there, just based off line and where the game's at.
Cedric?
Yeah, I'll roll with Missouri. Columbia, I mean, it being at home.
Byron, you were shocked this game was super early already, week 2, Iowa and Iowa State. That's usually a late game one.
Yeah, usually you play it during rivalry week.
No, it's always pretty early. It was
Week
early
2?
this season. It was early in the season last year.
Really? I didn't think it was week 2.
Don't remember that.
It
Yeah.
was definitely early.
Oh, all right. With that being said, I'm going Iowa State.
I like Iowa State. I don't trust Iowa to score any points ever.
You know me. Give me Iowa. You know I fuck with them.
I know, but they are just so weird. Cedric.
It's at Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
Man. You know what, man? I'll make it 50-50 for the pod, man. Give me Iowa. I'll see what they rocking with.
That's the big noon kickoff game, by the way, for the fans. Iowa State is a 3.5 point favorite. Over under 41.5.
All right, though. Give me Iowa at the under. They're gonna play defense and special teams.
And then the Illinois Duke when we haven't made it official. That's the 12 o'clock game on ESPN. Illinois is a 2.5 point favorite at Duke.
Ooh, at Duke.
And they're the 2.5, so they're a field goal favorite. And Illinois, the number 11th team in the country.
I gotta go Illinois. I told you they this year's Indiana, bro. They gotta keep it going. They gotta ruin some lives from the SEC teams.
I'm gonna go Big Ten supremacy. Go Illinois.
They got to. Cedric.
Yeah, I'll go Illinois.
Yeah, they got to keep winning till that September. When does the game against Ohio State? Because they got to keep winning till then. Yeah, the Ohio State game is, I just say to be determined, bro. We know.
I feel like it's in November.
I think it's just
October 11th.
Because they don't know what time it's going to be at yet.
No, we know what time it's going to be on, man. That's 12 o'clock.
What week is that? Let me see what other games is going on. I'm about to tell you right now if it's going to be a big noon game or not.
While you're looking at that, Justin, even though this is because we talked about this team has the toughest schedule in America right now, the Florida Gators. They are playing against South Florida, who just beat the shit out of Boise State. Does Florida need to be careful?
I think they should proceed with caution for sure. don't take USF lightly.
Because I might take Florida right now is a 17.5 point favorite.
I'll take the points, but I'm taking on what you will call it. I'm taking Florida, but I'll take the points. I'll take a flyer. We'll see.
Yeah, I would proceed with caution with that. With Florida, take them out early. Don't let South Florida stay in the game because Florida's next games in a row, y'all don't got time to. Because Florida's after this South Florida game, they have at LSU, Miami, Texas A&M all in a row.
Yeah, that's a tough little schedule they have after
USF. Yeah, they got the toughest schedule. It is at LSU at night.
Oh, that's the night game that week.
13th. They're at LSU and at Miami back to back.
Why pressure Florida like that?
And then after that, what do you get? What you have those 2 away games in a row? A home game against Texas.
Hey,
and then,
look.
And then at Texas A&M after Texas.
Hey, all I know is DJ Lagway. You better come prepared because they got some power there.
Oh, if they only lose one of those games, DJ Lagway is going to win the Heisman.
Because their defense is nice too.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, like OSU, Michigan's always at 12. The biggest cocktail party in the South versus Georgia, always at 3:30. That game's already set for November 1st.
Oh yeah, that OSU Illinois game won't be at noon. The rest of the Big Ten schedule, the only other games that could be potential candidates was Indiana and Oregon, but it's in Eugene, and Michigan USC, which is it's at USC. So
that's new.
Big noon. It won't be big noon. Those games will be played.
Yeah,
that's noon. But yeah, Florida showed me things. I'm liking Florida. If they can get through that gauntlet with minimum.
They can lose 2 games. And they probably good. They'll still probably get in. Well, They pulled their schedule again. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking up
after South Florida at LSU.
At LSU,
7:30. It's already set in stone. 7:30 ABC.
Oh, they probably won't win that.
Then right after LSU at Miami, and now Miami's been they've put especially me on notice.
It's tough.
And after you get through those 2 away games, you get to be at home versus Texas.
Damn. Oh God.
And then after you play Texas, you get to go back on the road to at Texas A&M.
That's just so disrespectful.
It really is.
Was that Kyle Field? It's not the Kyle Field.
And then after you play Texas A&M, you come back home versus Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Mississippi State, you play against Georgia. And then you have at Kentucky, at Ole Miss, versus Tennessee, and versus Florida State.
Okay, like depending on how Florida navigates the schedule, let's say they somehow only had 2 fucking losses, and there's going to be a 1-loss Illinois or an undefeated Illinois. You already know what the conversations are going to be.
Oh, we already know what we're talking about on this bitch. We already know
that's because that.
I'll be surprised if bro. That's
why there's an SEC bias because of Florida's schedule. Oh my! They somehow only lose 2 games, or shit, even 3. Man, it's going to be tough to not put them in the playoff.
Well, it helps with the SEC thing, and they're playing now after week 1 2 top ACC teams. Miami and Florida State winning might have been the best thing that happened to Florida, especially if they knock them out.
Yeah, especially if they win those games, specifically those 2, and then only losing 2 or 3 games in the SEC. The schedule makers really fuck Florida.
Is Florida going to be the first team to get 3 ABC night games in a row?
In a row?
I'm being
LSU,
Miami, and
Texas.
I bet some of them will be on ESPN.
Well, ABC. Okay.
Yeah.
ESPN might give the ABC one. I'm assuming the ABC one's bigger.
It is. It is. I'm just saying, those 3 in a brother. I don't know, man.
They might all be night games. Hell yeah.
Depending on that Texas A&M how they're ranked, they might be a night game too. Because right now it's TBD.
They're gonna say that game for 3:30. I know there's more money out there for them.
That's the afternoon game.
You can't just be playing every game at night now.
Justin, no one's had a schedule like this though, back to back to back.
If Florida going to have to be good for them to put them at night every single week, come on now, they gotta be knocking these teams out as they go.
That's what I'm saying. If they beat LSU, the Miami game is going to be at night. If they beat Miami, you think they're just going to put Texas at 12?
No. See, I want to know if the SEC, are they really or no, not the SEC, ESPN, are they picking the time slots for these games? Or the SEC, whoever picks it, I would like to know their process because they got some inventory to pick through and a lot of networks to put shit on.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this stretches. We'll be paying attention to that stretch very carefully on this pod because, we already know after South Florida, the game of the week's LSU and Florida. Early at LSU. Man. Shit. But, all right, let's throw to some performances. Byron, who's your performance of the week?
I'm going to have to go Haynes King, the quarterback for Georgia Tech. Went 30 for 20, 143 yards, 0 touchdowns. He did have an interception. However, he had 19 carries for 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had that 45-yard rushing touchdown that won them the game against Colorado, so I had to put respect on him.
Cedric?
And let me get Jennings from SMU. 260 yards, 22-30. 2 tutties, 1 pick, 2 sacks, 12 yards on the ground, 1 rushing touchdown. I believe he was a sophomore last year with them when he got to play and we saw some of the growing pay woes. So it was nice to see him. I mean, granted, it's a weak opponent, but nice to see the consistency. Nice to see the brother bounce back.
Justin?
I got the Texas Tech backfield. They played some butt-fuck team, but 28 carries, 296 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then Justice Haynes at Michigan, 16 carries, 159 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I got one, even though they lost the game. I'm shouting out Robert Henry Jr. from UTSA. They did lose to Texas A&M, but my man ran for 177, 2 tutties on only 16 carries. Shout out to UTSA.
Good game.
All right. Trash can of the week. Trashy can. I do want to read you guys my trash can of the week. Hopefully I still have his stats. Because this was the one I was most excited for because this person was ass. Preston Stone. I don't know if you guys know who Preston Stone is. He is the quarterback for Northwestern. Okay. They got their ass whooped by Tulane, who we got to look out for them, Big Five, one of the 5 teams. They lost 23-3. Preston Stone went 19 for 36, 161 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. If that doesn't spell trash can, I don't know what does. But he is my trash.
Good trash can.
That is tough.
Just ass. Byron?
My trash can of the week is Mark Gronkowski, or Gronkowski, how you pronounce his name, the QB from Iowa. Before the season started, I saw some tweets that Iowa finally found a quarterback. Buddy went 8 for 15, 44 yards, and a touchdown. I know it's the first game of the week, or first game of the year. Things could pan out, especially if he does well against Iowa State, but Buddy's my trash can of the week.
You say 8 for 14?
8
for 44
for 15,
yards?
44 yards and 1 touchdown.
I mean, how was the Iowa win by?
They won by 27.
Jeez.
That was their ground game.
I didn't have to do shit.
But still.
Now, Byron said this is the new age. You can't be a starting quarterback throwing.
Nah, man.
Don't hype this man up. It's like, Iowa finally found a quarterback that's going to lead their offense. And then he comes out and does that? Come on now, bro.
Hey, Ohio State didn't have to necessarily throw the ball too much on Saturday. Like, you can't really judge a quarterback if he's turning around and handing the ball off. You can't judge him off 14 passes when the run game's working.
Hey, I'm just saying.
My God.
Trash can.
Cedric.
I'm going to go talk to my man Nico.
Oh my
UCLA.
Oh,
that's a good one.
He was
my
bad.
man was out here chirping so bad, talking about. I remember the one tweet I saw. Some fans like, man, I don't know if Nico started. He's like, no. Coach already told me and my dad that I am the starting quarterback. I do went for 11 for 22, 136, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Sure, 47 yards rushing, but then they got stomped out. Like, granted, it's Utah. Utah's nice. Like, they be coming out when you ain't expect it. But 43-10, my dog, you left, gave all that crap, all that huffing and puffing about NIL money, and you can only put up 10 points, my guy. It's not good. It's not good.
Justin.
I guess I'll steal yours from earlier. Colorado with the 2 timeouts and not using them. Like, what are we doing? Come on now. That's basic clock management, Coach Prime. Like, come on, you know this, man. Come on now.
You ready to go talk to Caden? Slinging that rock too high and too far.
Yeah.
Buddy was definitely slinging that rock.
Like Justin said, no one picked North Carolina. Good job. We didn't go for the low-hanging fruit. Because them boys, man, that crowd was leaving by the middle. After that pick 6, them boys were out of that arena.
Oh, thanks. They're like,
man, fuck that. ass. Like, let's not get it twisted. If you paid money and you saw that bullshit performance, you would have been big bad.
On a Monday night when you gotta go to work and school the next day.
Right. Like, no, nah.
You know, them people were cursing on Bill Belichick outside the arena. It's like, this NFL coach, all this wins and he can't win us a college football game. You know, they were upset. They felt some type of way.
See, Byron, you talked about that quarterback. I'm surprised you didn't bring him north. They really put the ticker on, like, man, he hasn't completed a pass in 2 hours. Real time.
I forgot.
Real time. Not game time, real time.
They really said his last pass was
fucked
like,
up, Justin. It was.
It was.
He a freshman.
That was just mean.
I was getting hot. I was like, come on, y'all. Take that shit off the screen.
The freshman.
Like 8-14 to 10-15. I was like, come on, man. This TCU defense is playing well, man. Give them some credit.
They were hoeing, bro. And then, man, they were putting that shit up there. Herbstreit had his dog with a fucking headset on.
I heard about oh, my gosh.
I said, man, let me pack this up, Byron. I'll see you later, bro. It's time to go to sleep. Like, what the hell we doing here? Like, this is nah.
You watched the game that late? I did not watch that shit and saw her.
Oh, no.
Turn that shit off.
I was about to turn it off when me and Byron were talking, like, after the halftime kickoff. We look up, dude ran 75 yards touchdown. I said, whoa.
Yeah, we should have left after that.
It's about time to go. Oh, look at that.
Oh my God. Nah, that was bad. But good ones. And now the ones that could talk about anything in culture, winners and losers. We'll start with just winners in general. Cedric, do you have any just winners?
You know, I want to say the world of college football because it was honestly a great slate of games.
Mm-hmm.
Like games every single day from Thursday all the way through Monday. At least something was on. So I'm going to say us as college football fans, we won this weekend. We're back. It's back.
Yeah. Any other winners, Cedric?
Nah, that's all I got.
Byron?
I was going to do the football one too, but I do have another one. Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship was this past weekend.
Yeah.
Shout out to Julian Kahan for winning Worlds in front of his home country of Paris, but also repping USA. Also, those duels in the top 4 were insane. So it was a great watch to wake up Sunday morning and watch some Yu-Gi-Oh!
And they got the president of France to do a video holding a Blue Eyes White Dragon card. I can only imagine I couldn't imagine seeing Trump hold a Yu-Gi-Oh card, setting up PSA. I couldn't imagine that.
Oh no!
I was like, Yu-Gi-Oh really got the president to come out here and do this shit.
Martin, you know he's holding that pot of greed.
No, Trump's holding Labyrinth Wall.
I'm weak.
Damn.
Any other? That was a good one. That was a good one, Byron. Any other winners, Byron?
No.
Justin?
Hold on, I'm drafting.
I'm weak.
But this is the big money league, man. Where's the draft button on this shit?
When you have to multitask football, 2 different football related things.
Is it on ESPN?
Nah, it's Yahoo, so it's a little different.
So
all right, I just had to click on them. All right.
No,
but Naomi Osaka, shout out to her.
Hey,
to the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open because first time being back in a major quarter in 4 years after having her baby, and then just coming back and just not playing good. She's during the press conference smiling, happy all the damn time. So shout outs to her. Shout outs to her. She is playing great right now.
I got two winners. Me personally, I think one of the biggest winners of the weekend, obviously. Shout out to Lee Corso, his last game day. They did that very well. Even Fox panned into ESPN's broadcast when he put on the last headgear, which was Ohio State. Ohio State gifted him a lot of cool stuff. And on all of his picks, Lee Corso went 6 for 6 on his picks. If you would have put $100 on a Lee Corso parlay, you would have won $100,000. So shout out to Lee Corso going perfect on his last day and on college game day. And then my second winner, because Byron took the Yu-Gi-Oh one, which was a very good one. My second winner is Jonathan Felix Anthony Cena Jr. Ty has the second most PLA wins now with 98. He won't get number one because he is retiring at the end of the year. But his past 3 PLA matches, you're like, damn, are you really retiring? Because he's going crazy. So shout out to my man John Cena. And that French crowd was absolutely bonkers. France was going crazy the whole weekend.
International crowd, man.
And now he's about to get his ass whipped in a couple weeks by Brock Lesnar, but it's okay. it's okay. Byron, losers in the community, in the world. Who you got?
I just got one loser. Fox for misidentifying linebacker Arvell Reese for Jeremiah Smith in their pregame show. If we are going to be forced to watch Big Noon kickoff, at least get players right.
Oh no!
That's all.
Holy shit! Okay, Justin.
Oh man, me.
Whoa.
Man, do I even want to give these niggas?
Oh no,
man. Nah, I'll save it because I'll save it till after the game. After the game on Thursday to give Cowboys losers of the week losers because if they lose that can really just talk shit. So nah, I don't got no losers right now.
Go ahead, Cedric.
I need to go. Actually, nah. Where's Finebaum?
Oh no! Oh!
Well, Finebaum?
Finebaum. Where's your mom? I don't give a damn. He said Texas was going to kick our ass essentially because they have the better roster. Well, looks like he was wrong. I don't know who's paying him to make these takes, but I'll say this: if Ric Flair's tweeting you and Ric Flair's right, and Ric Flair's old as shit, he out here talking about your lousy picks. I think this time you need to take a look in the mirror.
Oh man!
And maybe start making some better picks, or just don't say nothing at all.
Oh man! He also said Arch Manning is going to be the best college player since Tim Tebow's prime. But too much pressure. Too much.
With Tebow standing there.
Yeah.
With Tebow right there.
He's such a disrespect.
That shit was crazy.
He's so disrespectful.
I was like, brother, Tim Tebow was on 2 natty teams and a Heisman as a sophomore. I was like, okay.
And converted half those people to Christianity. So what are you really talking about? Like,
I was like, okay, brother, yo, okay, we were there for okay, and obviously that's not started what was on. Paul, that was a good one. Any other loser, Cedric?
That's all I need the karma for Thursday.
I got you. I have 2. One on the wrestling thing. Obviously, I said John Cena was a winner. His ex-wife was the loser. Nikki Bella, you looked absolutely fucking terrible that match. God awful. Trash. Just straight garbage. You were shocked that the Paris crowd was booing you when you're supposed to be the good guy and cheering Becky because she's supposed to be the bad guy. They know wrestling and you look terrible. That was embarrassing. Like you were looking like your sister, and that's bad.
That was so bad. It was so bad.
And then the second loser, because I already hinted at it. Jason Whitlock, get off your computer. Just get off and go to sleep. Like you need to do what us young folk used to do back in the day before you were about to get a whooping. Pretend you're asleep so no one hurts you because you're just trash. Just like you can't be talking about the stuff you're talking about from now on, man. Let that shit go. Take a break, go on vacation, reconnect with God, and stay off the sports. Because you can't be saying the team won because they lost because they're more gay than the other. That's just absolutely abysmal. And that's it. I don't know.
That's a wild video to put up
Unbelievable.
on the internet.
Unbelievable.
Watch that shit.
I didn't even watch that. And then also just real quickly, because this is going to be the 4th one in history since 1939. Byron and Justin know where I'm going. Batman #1 comes out on Wednesday. 4th one in history.
Oh.
Since 1939. Well,
I will be reading.
With that being said, thank you everyone for listening to our first week 1 review of the college football season. We had a lot of fun. We can't wait to be back next week. And yeah, we'll see what upsets happen, what performances happen. We'll be here to cover it. With that being said, the L7C podcast signing out.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.